Hello everybody, it is Christine. I'm going to do another one of my Let's Have Leftovers layouts here because I have this little bit of Chamel's Reasons to Smile left. It's from September 2024, so not quite a year old. I mean, not too far off on this one. I don't have much left at all. Like, look at this. I have one sheet of paper, which has got little cameras on this side and polka dots on this side. I am debating on the side I'm going to use. I think I'll use the polka dot side because I can technically use it as the background. I may mount it on a white piece of cardstock. We'll see. And then all I have otherwise, I have these letters, which is funny because I'm like, what did I spell? I have a T, a 0, and a Y. What did I spell? Like yacht? I don't know. And a 2. I have no idea what I did with that. And then I have these pieces. So this gets to where I love this set here. So I'm kind of debating, okay, this is what I'm kind of thinking about. The picture I have is this silly little, it was a selfie I took after a hair appointment. I'm not gonna lie, I take pictures of my hair sometimes just because I'll go, I really like this one and I want to try to tell the next person. So that's what I end up doing, y'all. I'm trying to decide if I do something like this. I'll have to put this on, that's one of the, it's 2 flowers on top, so I may end up putting like white between them just to break it up. Then I also have this cute, I don't know what I had done before, but it says do something for you. And I kind of like that. I don't usually do center layouts, but maybe I will. And then this is kind of interesting. I've got like this curve here. So I'm debating on that. And then maybe I could do something like this. I actually just did something really similar with these border type deals. That says radiate positivity. The problem is I won't have a full curve. So I don't know. On the other hand, it looks, I don't know about that. I do have this My Kind of Day. I don't think I'll use this one. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. But you know, if I cut this branding strip off, I might could use it. We'll see. I do like this, and I could kind of put it up here or here even. And I could even put a little journaling thing right here. Let me see what I have in the way of embellishments. I don't think I have a lot left that makes sense, but let's just see. I do have this. So that's kind of cool. That's, not sure about that. This is, it looks like books. Doesn't make a lot of sense for a hair day. There's a little coffee. There's a star. Let me see. There's a cupcake. There's no way I probably did not have cupcakes and coffees, but you know, that's kind of cute. I don't know. Maybe I can include this and it'll be like a whole little like things I like type thing, which I do like cupcakes, books, and coffee. Or technically I like, for this I might be like a hot chocolate or something. And then I have these. So there's also this little vellum heart. What if I bring all this up? I just feel like I need to do a little something. That could even go on here. That looks like a purse if I do that. I don't necessarily hate that. No, it has to go up there. It doesn't look right otherwise. I don't know, you guys. What do you think of that? That's kind of different. I may have to get in my stash for some other embellishments, which is totally fine. I pulled out, just for the title, by the way, that's actually a Vicki Boutin title, not a Chamel title. But I have, there's things in here that could totally go, because there's some bright stuff, right? I mean, there's like the Sweet Life. That could be totally cute. So I may get into this stuff. And I think I do need to cut this down, though, and put this on a piece of cardstock. I have a piece of navy blue right here. This might be a really good match, actually. I think I'll do that. I'll just gut it. If I gut it, I might can then matte these guys on the blue. So maybe I'll try that. No idea if I'll use these or not. Because if I have My Kind of Day, short of putting the year, I might do that. This was 2024. I might do that. Put that 2024 in there. That would work. Okay. Let me do a little trimming and I'll be back on in just a moment. So I will tell you guys, I kind of love when scraps like tell me the layout. Like, I don't know how to explain. You know, I've heard like sculptors say sometimes they're not sculpting something. It's like they're taking away the stuff that doesn't belong or whatever. And sometimes I feel with scraps, that's kind of how it works. It's like they just kind of lend toward a particular layout. And that's kind of how I felt like this one went. So I've gone ahead and mounted I gutted that navy blue. I trimmed down the polka dot, and then I have mounted the florals on the navy blue. Now, my picture, I mounted on white and navy blue, and I'm going to actually end up putting that up on foam. So I do shift upward. I think when I was kind of dry fit and everything, I was a little bit farther down, and I shift this all kind of upward because I will get off into my Vicky Boutin binder there, and I do pull a few things that I think actually looks really cute. So I was kind of pleased how those two things went together. I end up not using like the branding strips and little cut strip pieces. I just decided I didn't want to do that. I just felt like, and so I actually ended up throwing those away. I have plenty of branding strips and they were just offcuts anyway. So bye-bye, they go in the scrap bin. I'm going to end up gluing this down in just a moment. This doesn't take me just too long. I will say the embellishments I pick they're nothing to do with hair. It's just like more like if you're going to do something, I'm going to make this title My Kind of Day. However, I do love the fact that little rainbow piece has that do something for you smack dab in the middle. And I kind of think my little pieces of things almost kind of lend toward that, right? So I've got the My Kind of Day. I'll actually put that up on foam as well. I will use my little black and white circle on the right over there. I like how this goes here too. I think this is really kind of cute. And I'm going to put that little cupcake and that little coffee thingy over on the right-hand side. Here's me trying to mess with this number. But this number 4 rather here gives me a little bit of fits. I'm going to have to mess with that. And then actually when I put it down, I think I move it a little bit too. Like I lay it down crooked or something and I have to kind of mess with it. So that takes me just a second. Not a long time, but you know. Then on the left-hand side down there, I'm going to end up pulling in that little soda bottle that I showed you guys. It says the Sweet Life on it. So that was kind of cute. And I'll pull in that roller skate, believe it or not. Oh, this little flag banner here too. I like this a lot. I thought this went really well. The colors went really well. So I'm going to kind of mimic that curve that's at the top. I'm going to pull it down underneath. And I think that's another reason this layout just kind of came together. Like I didn't set out to do curves top and bottom or whatever, but I'm really pleased with how I was able to kind of mimic the bottom curve with the top curve and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that turned out really cute. Here's where I put that title up on foam. I'm actually going to fix that. It's a tad crooked, and I'll stand up in a minute to do the slow down and realize it's a tad crooked, so I will fix that. At least to me, it's a tad crooked, so I'll shift it up just a tad. I'll put the little cupcake up on foam and the little, the Sweet Life bottle soda water there, or whatever that is. I want to call it a Coke because I'm in Texas, but it's pink, so it's not really a Coke. But here's my little roller skate, and I will use that little blue star. He'll go behind to kind of offer some dimension. And I'll find one more thing. It's in my Vicky Boutin stuff as well. There's a couple little phrase banner thingies, and I'll find one that I'll cut apart. You'll see me do that in just a second. I mess with this star, y'all. I fast with it. I don't know why. Like I just kind of turn it and turn it and turn it and turn it. It's kind of a wonky little star. It's not perfectly. The little points are not exactly the same. Look at that. I just turned it like 3 times. I feel like a dog trying to lay down. But I had to turn it just right, you know. So I did that, and then now I've got that little banner down there. So here's where I'm going to put the coffee cup, and I think I put the cupcake up on foam as well. And I may pull in, I'm going to end up bringing a little lollipop too, but I don't remember now if I do that before or after I do the Good Morning Sunshine. What am I doing right this moment? I think I just glued the coffee cup down, maybe. Oh, no, I glued the little banner down. And like I said, I'll find this little, okay, so I put the lollipop down first, and then I'll find the Good Morning Sunshine. It's over in the left-hand side of my binder there, and I'm trying a few little things. I think, well, I'm just going to fast just a second. Like I said, I'm going to find the little phrase in just a minute, and I'll cut it apart. So I'll go, oh, that looks pretty cute. Here it is. I'm looking at that going, okay. I almost used the second one as well. There was like, I think it said Everyday Magic or something, but I was like, no, I don't want to. I'm keeping all my embellishments on my little, like, center mat there, versus pulling anything to the top. And so I'll cut that apart. And I'll just glue that down underneath my my photo there. Why not? And I am so pleased with how this turned out, if I'm honest. I mean, it's one of those, I kind of combined 2 collections. Well, I don't know if, actually, the Vicky Boutin was probably multiple collections, to be honest with you. It's just my Vicky Boutin binder there and my Chamel. So this turned out really cute. I looked at these enamel dots. I decided the colors weren't going to work. So, never mind. And here is the slowdown, you guys, and that is the last of that little kit. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I don't know what day of the week this is. I think it's either Tuesday or Thursday. So make sure you watch for the other hops and stuff that I play along with. I always put the little preview thumbnails and stuff like that. So we will see you soon. Bye.